Okay, here we are, folks. Day one of our official 3.5 lockdown, and here I am protecting myself. First thing I'm going to show you is look at the beautiful sunset that we get each day here at Brunswick. Absolutely stunning. And I'm protecting myself for obvious reasons because, you know, there's a lot of issues floating around in the air. Oh no, not coronavirus. What I'm talking about is down there where there's construction works happening, but there's been no asbestos plan. There's been no letters in our letterbox telling us that they're going to do construction work and dismantle asbestos. That's the real issue that I'm worried about. But anyway, a lot of things have happened since I spoke to you last. I was preparing plans on training groups of 10 and less. Well, no use for that anymore. So what do we got? We got the ability to meet in groups of 2. So for a lot of you guys who actually have been really good at keeping fit and really good at training, a great opportunity to get together now in teams of 2 and get some running done, get some kicking, get some dynamic kicking, place kicking, all that we talked about in our pre-season. So you can get together in teams of 2. And what I want you to do is I want you to get together in teams of 2, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually pair groups up in their activity, and we're going to make a ladder, and each week we're going to see what each pair does, and we're going to put them in a ladder. Activity done, amount of Ks done, speed done, and then we're going to pair the teams off and put them in a ladder, and I'll publicise that, and you can all see how you're going against each other. And you can also see those guys that are doing fuck all. Alright, which is a lot of you. So, apart from our beautiful sunset at Brunswick, we've been sort of moved to a bit of a hell. I did say that the lockdown was coming, and they're just staging it now, bit by bit. Just getting us used to the actual lockdown. And the best thing for us is to actually go into lockdown, like I said, because the quicker we do that, the quicker we're going to be actually playing football. And in that, I'll get to, last time I was online, I asked you guys to send me some questions. I've got a whole heap of questions here that I'll get through in a minute. But apart from that, what's happened is the WFL have come out with all the Metro Leagues, and they've said that at this point in time they're meeting to discuss the procedures that will take place in the event that we actually do have some games this year. And hopefully by tomorrow or the next day they'll actually have a system in place where, you know, for example, let's say, you know, everyone's back online May 31st. How's the season going to look? If we're all back online, you know, June the 15th, how's the season going to look? If we're all back online, you know, June the 30th, how's the season going to look? And what they've always been saying, all the Metro Leagues have been saying, is that they're hoping to at least play 10 games. But the way that this COVID-19 is going, every day is just a new challenge. So no one really knows what to do. And they don't really blame the WFL or any of the Metro Leagues on not being able to make a decision, because, you know, really, there's no decision to make. So, apart from being completely bored out of my brains because my wife is in isolation inside, I have to make videos to you guys. And there was a couple of questions that were asked of me, that I said you could ask and I would answer. So, the first question was, JD, are we going to play a game in 2020? Well, my answer to that is yes. Whether or not the WFL sanction a game, or any Metro League sanction a game, we will be playing games. And at some point in time we're going to come out of this, whether it's June, July, August, September. We'll come out of this and we'll be able to train and we'll be able to go through our back to our normal daily lives. And what we'll do as a club is we'll reach out to other football clubs like-minded, and we'll arrange practice matches or get-together matches. You know, I don't know how many matches that will be, but we'll actually get together and play matches. We'll play some home, we'll play some away, and that's to energise local communities, energise local football, and keep guys energised in their team environment, and actually playing footy, which is what we want to do. And we'll advertise that on local footy club rankings, and I'm guessing that once it's advertised there'll be loads of football clubs that will want to join in, and who knows, we might be able to create our own interim league until Christmas, where we can play against all different football clubs in all different leagues. We'll see where that goes. So the answer to that question is, will we be playing a football game in 2020? Absolutely, 100%. Whether it's WFL organised, whether it's Vic Metro, whether it's AFL Vic organised, or whether it's us, we will do it. Second question is, JD, why you always got a grumpy look on your face? Well, I'll tell you why. Get fucked, that's why. Dealing with your shit-ass questions. Right. Third question is, JD, why haven't you posted a local football... What is it? Local footy distraction on Facebook. Right. Because I don't really like posting shit on Facebook unless it's worthwhile. But here we go. Right. Best player I've played with. Well, that's a pretty hard question because there's a load of players I've played with that are considered best players. But I'm going to go and say best players I've played with. 3 players, equally. David George, Brendan LeBroy, and Adam Kyriakou at Hawthorn. 3 outstanding football players that could equally take the number 1 position. So I'm just going to say those 3 players. Best captain would have to be the Fonz, Michael Blewett, champion guy, champion bloke, premiership captain for us in the thirds. Best coach, seniors and juniors. So best coach, and sometimes when you have a coach, you have many coaches in your life, and a lot of them are a blur, but a lot of them actually give you some input which you take on board, and you remember all your life. So I'm going to say best coach in juniors would have been Adrian Brown at Dufton, and the senior best coach would have been Rob Shinners at St John's. Both outstanding guys and both outstanding coaches. Best kick for goal. Wow, that'd have to be Daniel Charles for sure. Charlesy, who is premiership coach at Dufton in the AFL Outer East. And best mark, again, Daniel Charles, premiership coach at Dufton Outer East. Best bloke, oh geez, that'd have to go to Justin Lee. I'd say, Bucky, you're the best bloke. As annoying as you are, you're definitely the best bloke around local footy. Funniest teammate, again. Funniest teammate. Funniest teammate, I have to go to a guy called Squeezy Taylor. And when we were playing juniors, we used to walk around trying to find guys to play football, and we'd always go to his house, and he'd be asleep on the couch. And his family situation wasn't the best, so we'd wake him up, find him his boots, take him down to footy, and he was so funny, and he was a great guy, and that leads us into the worst player. Squizzy Taylor, the worst player ever to play football. Most promising, well, I've seen a lot of football players in my lifetime. I first started playing when I was 7 and finished when I was 47. So there's a lot of years of footy. The most promising guy I've ever seen, and it's unfortunate I seen him when he was later on in his career, is Zelenak, DT. Sometimes when you've been around footy for so long, all you need is 5 minutes with a player before you work out how good a player really is. And this guy is absolutely outstanding. I've never seen a guy in football, like in boxing, where Muhammad Ali would say, I'm not going to go out in the second round. This guy would say, I'm going to go into the middle and I'm going to kick 4 goals. You'd put him in the middle, he'd get 4 clearances and kick 4 goals. This guy is absolutely outstanding. And there's really no words to describe him. And in fact, I still remember one of his practice match speeches when someone asked him, DT, what's the game plan today? And he's like, game plan's easy. Kick it to me, and if you can't kick, handball. And yeah, great guy, great character. And peace, DT, you're out at Ararat looking after your country, and much respect to that. You've been out there for nearly 2 years now. All sorts of turmoil, cops trying to run you down, arrest you, and you're doing a great job for your people out there. So well done, DT. Other question is, right, JD, you're a great conspiracy theorist, so can you please tell us what's going on right now in the world? Well, all I can say is, for the sake of me not walking out of this property and getting hit by a bus, you must comply with the law. You must do what your government say, and you must keep your distance and stop the spread of this virus.